Yeah?
I have Agent Christo on the line.
Dale?
Mr. Rhodes, your wife's here.
What? Where?
Axelrod's house. Entered about 2 minutes ago. Alone.
Axelrod's wife there too?
Not anymore.
It's been a weird couple of days.
Yeah.
It's hard to be sure about anything. Anyone.
I understand.
I need to understand something too. That's why we're sitting here like this. No one listening but us.
Have I won your trust? What do you want to understand?
Why are you sticking around?
I am interested in what that question means to you.
I want to know.
No, I know. You just want to hear my answer. I'm not going to tell you I'm staying because you need me. Even though you do, more than ever. And I'm not going to tell you I'm here for my patients or because I love my job, even though I do love my job. And your collection of insecure egomaniacs would lose $1 billion a year if I didn't keep their heads straight. And I am not going to tell you I'm here spying for Chuck because you know that's total fucking nonsense. The answer is I'm here for me. Because I built this company just as much as you did.
That's a bold statement.
That's a true statement. I put you back together again when your whole world burned.
Yes. When I heard about Donnie's death, I felt relief. And all the rest, the sorrow, the sadness, it was buried way down.
Like it didn't exist at all.
That's right.
So the question you've been afraid to ask out loud, but have been whispering to yourself ever since, do you want to ask it?
Do I have to?
I think you do. I can't say it for you.
Well, people who have the capacity to feel nothing, they call them sociopaths. Is that what I am? You sold me out.
What?
I tell you something compromising, and the next thing I know, the fucking feds, your husband, is up my ass again. Just so you know, and I want to be clear as daybreak on this. If I go, you go with me. I have your web traffic on our server here, and from your laptop. You got quite a dark side, don't you? I would imagine this would make Dr. Wendy Rhodes look very unprofessional. And of course, the whole world, including the office of the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District and the Attorney General, would see it too. funny. I never instructed my man to take these when he set up the baths, but I suppose on some deep level, I knew he would. And you, being such a master of the subconscious, or is that mistress? I suppose you would have known too.
I didn't sell you out. Polygraph me, motherfucker.
If you knew enough to make an appointment under an assumed name, you knew I didn't want to see you.
I knew you wouldn't, but that's not the same as not wanting to.
Yes, it is. There's this thing that happens when we're in a room together. It always has, Bobby. It just flows like this. But I'm shutting it off. I have shut it off.
Okay. First, I apologized. But if it takes me sending you flowers every day, Joe DiMaggio style, to prove it, I will.
He did that after Marilyn was dead. Yours would have the same effect on me that his had on her.
But I need you back at Axe Capital.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
You know my performance coach, right?
Glad you could pitch in. He needs all the help he can get.
I've won 3 of those bad boys. How about you? 0, right?
Because to me, it's just a game, Todd. You take everything so seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alpha Cup Charity Poker Tournament. Please take your seats.
Excuse me.
We're about to begin.
Time to battle.
Axe.
So, I see you went to go work for the downtrodden after all.
I work for myself.
I bet that's what his masseuse and manicurists tell themselves, too.
Wendy. Lara, welcome.
Thank you.
You know, we never really had you over to the house enough.
Thanks for the invite, and I appreciate the personal follow-up. Chuck was, quite surprised to hear from you.
Well, I'm glad you came. Bobby will really value you being here.
I couldn't tell when I spoke to him at work.
Oh, I thought you weren't really talking at work. I'm sure it must be hard for you to not have access to him, but we think it's best for everyone. Clear boundaries this time.
Right. Which is why I set the policy. It was the only way I could work there. I couldn't keep seeing him. It wasn't like doctor, patient, or even athlete coach. It was more Hannibal Clarice.
Not seeing him was one of your conditions for coming back.
I thought it was important for both of us, really. Thanks again for the invite. I could use a drink.
Maybe lying in your marriage was tolerated, looked upon with leniency, considered some sort of fucked up foreplay. But in my marriage, in 15 years, I have never lied to my wife, except once. Except about what was said between you and me. You were the only person who could have told her about that. So please tell me, what did you say to my wife?
She was under the impression that our no-session arrangement came from you. I corrected her.
The words, the actual words.
I said I set the policy, and that was the only way I could work there. I didn't mean to come between you and Lara.
You, of all people. You know precisely what response you're eliciting. If you do it, you mean to do it. What if I said I was sorry? For what I did to make you leave? For how I got you to come back? For how I treated you when Lara was gone?
Are you saying you're sorry for all those things?
Yes.
Then I forgive you.
What if I told you that pretty much every decision I've made since we worked down here together has been the wrong one? Would you help me find my way back?
Yes. I'd like that very much. That is exactly what we'll do together.
Robert Axelrod, you're under arrest.
Let's go, bud. Let's go.
Are you okay? Bobby, out with it.
The feds have your eyes too short. It was Spiros. It's a Connerty. He thought he was helping me. I just found out.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
Not how it happened. I promise.
You know, last time I saw you, you were behind bars. Tell me, does living in a space this palatial actually erase the memory of that badly lit cell in Brooklyn? Or maybe you just felt the need to swing your dick one last time in anticipation of a place far worse.
You managed to get your foot caught in a rope tossing me overboard there, Chuck. Now, I may pop to the surface, but you are going under. Congratulations.
Enough. I didn't bring us all together so I could mediate your puerile bullshit. This is how we ended up here in the first place, because the two of you, at your absolute fucking worst, went after each other like a couple of pit bulls. And now we're all three of us royally fucked in a way that's so incestuous that if one of us goes to prison, we all do. Conversely, if we want to get ourselves out of this clusterfuck,
It's one for all and all for one.
sit.
Oh, she has you well trained.
Chuck, calm down. And I don't remember giving you permission to speak. Sit down.
She is effective. But we couldn't have this going to trial. With this person ending up on the stand, revealing all the holes.
No, he needs to be put in a mortal vice. So he takes a player. That's the only way the pilot light in Eastern's case can be snuffed out completely. This player would need to be leveraged, broken.
That's dirty work. You have the stomach?
Of a billy goat, when necessary.
For her.
For her.
You think she can handle framing someone who didn't do it?
Wendy's got steel in her, but I've never known her to go that far. No. So we're either gonna have to keep it from her or
So who's gonna be our patsy? Come on, boys. I think we all know someone needs to go down for this.
Someday.
Yeah.
Look, that thing with Rebecca, I didn't mean to put you in.
I'm not here for that. I want to thank you. I don't know how,
You don't even have to.
and I don't want to stay at home tonight
Oh,
or at some hotel.
oh. Oh, shit. 6 maids and they leave it like this. You can't sleep in Dean and Gordy's room because they have small beds. And art is piled all over the other rooms. You know what? We can do this.
Well,
Text me what you want for breakfast in the morning. I'll let Chef Ryan know. And, if you want to talk, I'm right down the hall. Have a good night.
You guys are all set?
Yeah, we're all good. Thanks, Chef.
Delicious as always.
Thanks.
This. So much better with Chuck out of the picture. No more, interference.
yeah. It's less complicated, for sure.
I should probably get back to the kids.
Okay.
Your old room.
Never thought I'd find myself back in this place again. The things it's throwing back up for me. Fuck.
Tell me one.
I'd sit here, waiting to see how his car come down the road. I could tell just from the way he turned in the driveway. The way his keys jangled in the door, the kind of night it was gonna be.
And if it was gonna be a bad one.
Tried to distract him. So he wouldn't start in on her. Please leave my mother alone. Tell him something happened in my day. A fight I got into her. Kid's ass I kicked him. Sometimes worked for a while, but never for very long. Eventually, I felt so fucking powerless sitting here. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I swore one day I'd put myself in a position where no one and nothing had power over me like that.
That's why you didn't show up here for dinner. And you couldn't.
Oh, you should know. Your ex is using your kids as pretext to tear apart my property like Keith Moon at a Holiday Inn.
Thinking about him being my ex, I don't need to apologize for him anymore. Someone else's past is a thorn in our side right now. Oscar Langstrat. He's getting in the way of Mace Harbin's latest play.
How's Taylor responding?
They seem ready to stomp him like Big John Studd.
This happened to be a Nico Tanner original? Signed, no less. You posed for this, or was it from memory?
Why don't you call him and ask?
No, it's the first work I've seen of his since I helped set up his whole new life. Now I know why he's been so distracted.
You're about to get bounced out of here.
Well, since you're in there, maybe you can see what I could expect some art out of him. Something that looks a little bit more like implosion.
You enjoying yourself?
Oh, yes, very much. But you were right. Pictures on a phone would not have done these justice.
And yet somehow it feels like a party for one.
Well, your artist seems to be handling the situation very well.
He's making the best of it because he has to and because he's a professional.
Well, he's the real deal, isn't he? You should try the canapes. They're delicious.
comes into the world of this painting.
Your work is so understated. It invites you to stop and look again, or else you might miss the significance.
I'm not sure subjecting the artist to sometimes to interpretation is the way to.
Sometimes, but sometimes you find someone who has an eye, who gets it. What else do you see?
I see passion.
Absolutely incorruptible. Unless you're a socialite with a 9-figure bank account with a sweet tooth for abstract art.
Hey.
Hey. You were right earlier. It's true. I was trying to run Tanner in your eyes. But not as a favor to you or to try to show you something about him. But because of you. Because I couldn't stand you being with him. Or anyone. I can't stand it.
You don't want me to be all alone, though. You can't want that.
No. I do not. It's what I'm experiencing right now, and it's making me realize it.
I know. I look at it honestly, but I've never allowed myself to really think. I feel the same things when I look at you.
I've waited so long to hear those words. I'm not staying and fighting. I'm getting out of here.
Where?
To a place on the continent where there's no extradition for certain financial crimes. Where I'll be able to monitor the arguments my lawyers are making from there. We will. Together. Come with me.
So much of me, nearly all of me, wants to say yes.
Which part of you is saying no?
Look, being on the run with you, that part, us together like that, I can't think of anything more exciting, more enticing, but I mean, come on, Bobby, leaving my life, my kids. Think of what that would do to me, who it would turn me into. It would ruin whatever was between us eventually. Because the kind of woman who'd do that. The truth is, you wouldn't want the version of me that would go.
Believe me, I'd take it.
If you stay, I'm in. Whatever that means, in all the ways. Including jailhouse visits if it comes to that.
I'm sorry, I can't let it come to that.
I can't come with you. I just can't.
For hundreds of years, this was the start of a procession to Westminster Abbey for the coronation of a new monarch.
Stirring spot, isn't it?
And I think I understand why you picked it. But I was surprised this was the me. Thought I'd have to take a longer flight to see you. Maybe blindfolded, so I couldn't lead them back to you even under duress.
Well, you know, geopolitics is fluid. Early in the conflict, Ukraine wanted Javelin anti-tanks, other things. Western governments weren't able to get them there first.
You?
Structured the deal. Took care of the financing, arranged a friend, a guy you would not expect, to find and deliver the actual arms. Bought me a great deal of goodwill all across the continent, EU and here.
Who's better than you at seeing something like that and figuring out how to make a trade of it?
Your guy Prince must be better, right?
Don't call him my guy. Even for you, that's harsh.
Well, you're at that company every day. Must be doing something right.
I didn't come over here for the cracks. I came over here for your help, Bobby.
Walk away.
Not how I roll. You've done something few people are actually able to accomplish. You've evolved.
Next, you're going to tell me you've changed. And that we're different than we were when we wanted each other.
Do you disagree?
No. We have changed.
Out of 100 alternate universes, you and me probably end up together in 95.
Well, this is one of the other 5.
If you come back with us, things will be different.
I'd really love it if you stayed, Wend. I finally made my way back. This could be like old times.
Part of me would really love to. But I'm gonna stay at Mental. That telehealth thing, make a go of it. I'm gonna help a lot of people from there. Maybe one day you'll take me public.
Won't be the same without you here. What if I can't do it?
It'll be different, but you can do it. And I have the name of someone who'd be a hell of a replacement for me, too. And most of the people here already know Dr. Mayer.
I really didn't want to say goodbye to you again.
Then don't. We got through the shadow of 9/11 and stayed connected. We got through the arrests, the rebellions, the exit, the rebuilding, and always stayed connected where it mattered. We'll both be in the same city with the same people. We'll stay connected now, too. Just not at this place.
Yeah. Yet all of it.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you. For everything.
I feel a change in the weather. I feel a change in me. The days are getting shorter and the birds begin to leave. Even me, yes, yes, y'all, who has been so long alone.